Hello, y'all. Welcome to Bam Bam Route TV. I'm Bam Bam, aka the 411 Giant. Hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you know my next video coming out. This is a response to what people have been asking me. Said when you got out, what what did you see different, so wild that you kind of it's something you can kind of laugh about, and how do that affect you still from all the time that you did in prison. So I think I can answer these two together, hopefully. Now, only answer to that is number one, when I got out. When I got out, they put me in a van and drove me all the way. The warden refused to put me on a plane because he was afraid that I was going to get into something. So they drove me all the way to my sister's house. Now, one of the things that threw me off was when I got out and I'm driving and I'm in the van because it was dark when we were leaving. So I was just looking at the sky and the stars and stuff. I looked at the skies and the stars almost down the road, listened to some rock and roll music with them, and then listened to their conversations. But when we started getting light and we made our first stop, one of the things that got me and caught me off guard was the fact that there was no telephones. I'm looking for the telephones, that phone booth. So I'm asking him. I said, I need to call my sister, let my sister know I'm coming on the way. And he said, man, ain't no more phone booths. I said, well, how people gonna talk to each other? Ain't what you mean? Ain't no more phone booths. I got to call my sister. I'm telling her we got to call her. We call her on our phone. And so I was apprehensive that getting a police officer my sister's number. And so they like, well, you want me to let her know? I said, well, I'm good. That's all right. Well, don't you want us to let her know when you come and blah, blah, blah. So I went on. Reluctantly, I gave them my sister's number. They called my sister, and I talked to her a minute and everything. I was tripping on that. That how can there not be phone booths out here? How can people be communicating with each other on that level? I see the people with these things up to the ears, but that's for doctors and lawyers and people who rolling real good in the game. But what about the normal people? I found out. Now I look at it, I laugh about it. I went into the store, into the service station actually. I go in the service station, I'm seeing all these canned pops. I hadn't had the ability to have a canned pop or soda water for almost, out of my 13 years, it had been at least by 11 years since I had one. I'm looking at, so I didn't know which one to grab. I grabbed this one, then I'm looking at all the different types of candy, and I'm looking at it, and I'm keep looking at the officer, for him to like, hey, Richard, don't go. Hey, Richard, come back over here. Richard, don't go here. Don't go past that line. But don't pass. Every time I walk in an aisle, and I go in the other aisle to get something, I look back at the police like, I ain't gonna be out of, my mind is saying, this could be out of bounds. If you're out of bounds, they could team you, they could gas you, they could whatever. So I'm trying to stay within the bounds, even though I'm free. I'm like, and then he look at, go, man, get what you gonna get. And I'm like, all right, and I'm gonna proceed, because if I go out of bounds and you try to taser me or whatever, we finna fight. So that's what my mindset was. So I'm stopping and looking back, like a little puppy dog looking at the police, getting consent to go different places to avoid this from happening inside the store. So that, I laugh about that. And I laugh about how my sister said I was. I was looking at the police to get my stuff. I'm looking at them like, can I go? I can take this in the house, huh? I can take this this is my sister's house. I'm free. But I'm scared to get out of the police sight because that's out of bounds. So it still got me, and I laugh about that now. I also laugh about when I was seeing the police, they were like, we were riding, and I'm looking up, man, that's nice. I see a 1994 clean car, Cutlass, Cadillac, whatever it is. I see his here. I see a clean 93 or whatever. But the whole time I'm looking at these cars like, damn, man, dude, that's nice, man. Dude doing a little something. And the police is sitting up there saying just the opposite of what I'm saying. They sitting up there saying, that's a nice old school. I'm looking like, what the fuck are they looking at? They're like, huh, that's a nice old school there. What you think? Talking to each other, blah, blah. Yeah, but I wouldn't have did that to it. What you mean old school, man? That's a 94. In my mind had tripping. Almost 30 years been gone. That car there is, after 20 years, it's a classic. So I'm tripping. So I laugh about it. I laugh about it now. It's something to laugh about. But my mind could not conceive that car as an old car. It could not conceive that car as a 28-year-old car. That's what I left the street seeing as a brand new car. And my mind was still like that. That was another one of the things. I guess the other one would be another one to say was watching the people on the corner. And I heard about the stuff called Mojo, and I heard about the Mojo stuff and everything. So I actually thought a lot of people was zapping out on the Mojo when I got, because we was passing places. We passed through these little towns, or passed through the cities, or passed through here. And I'm looking at people. I'm looking at them, and they sitting there, and they having a whole conversation. They at the bus stop. And I'm looking. And I'm looking at all these dudes and all these people. And they walking down the street talking. I said, God damn, man. All these sons going to went crazy messing with this Mojo. And it's just to mess these folks up, man. They walking. Man, I ain't never seen as many people walking down the street talking to themselves. I said, man, no wonder people talking me so crazy out here, man. I said, man, this got to be something, man. Government got to be doing something, man. Ain't no way it's gonna be this many people crazy in all these different states. I said, man, I'm steady looking, try to conceive it. Couldn't conceive it at that time, no matter what. I couldn't see it. And all the time, find out, I laugh about it now. Dudes had their earplugs in. They talking on the phone. It still took me some time to get to that, but now I laugh about it. I remember when they said the police asked me what did I want to eat at. And I told him, I said, anywhere, man. I said, I don't want to eat at that Chick-fil-A place. I said, because if they fighting, they fighting it. They fighting it and going on they ain't trying to go back to jail over no chicken sandwich. And they like, oh man, they started laughing. Man, that's good. It ain't really like that. I said, yeah, okay, well, I'm gonna stay away from it. I'm gonna make it home before I get into anything. So I'm gonna pass you up on that one there. And now you look at some of the stuff that go on the Chick-fil-A. I finally got some of it, and it was all right. Wasn't enough to fight about, you know what I'm saying? But this just to go through some of the things that I seen that I can laugh about now. Unfortunately, I still don't, unless I'm just around the people that I fool with. I just generally don't let nobody get behind me. I still, as my people say, I'm always looking. I'm looking from side to side, and anytime that I'm at a place where I have to sit in front of somebody, in front of people that I don't know. If you walk in any doctor's office, you walk in anything and you see me, the 411 John, the first thing you do is say, what's up, homie? Give me some dap, maybe take a picture. Second thing you do is ask me, man, why you got your hand up there like that? But you ain't gonna have to ask me that, because I'm gonna tell you now. If you see me anywhere and somebody sitting behind me in an office, anything, I don't care if it's at the police department, I'm gonna be sitting like this here. At all times, I'm gonna be like this here. Whether it be with this hand, or that hand, it's gonna be this here. Because if somebody throws something, if somebody make a rope, a noose, or anything, a shoe string tied into a noose, and throw it over my head, he would not be able to tighten it up without me sliding out of him, turn around, and try to beat the brains out. But I've seen that happen to too many people in jail. I've seen it happen where people to put the string, they throw the noose around him, and now they tighten it up. So while his hands is telling his brain to get me, his brain is telling his hand to get me that oxygen I need, I'm gonna die. His hands can't protect himself against that knife that the dude is stabbing him with. So instead of him protecting the knife, he got to try to keep pulling this loose. And every time he put it loose, if the dude's smart enough, he got it wrapped around the hand, he tightened up again. And he keep trying to get under. And he do that until he dead or until somebody rescue him. Me, I've never sat anywhere in the TV room other than the back unless I was doing this here. I generally come in when I go to a spot. I see who's sitting at the back. I try to find somebody leave. I get that spot. If I see a dude over there need a little money, I buy that spot from him. If I see a dude over there ain't supposed to be in a back spot, I'll confiscate it. I'll come sit in and tell them, man, you need to move around. And or else I won't watch TV in there. I won't watch it. And and I still, it's still funny, but I still, anywhere you see me, that's where it is. And that's the effect of being in jail almost 28 years, where everything go down. I've seen it happen to too many people. So again, I hope I responded to your stuff. And if I didn't, then come in and text me, and I'll hit you with the stuff that I missed. You going on? Like I say, I'm here kicking it with y'all. And y'all ask me what you need to ask me. I'm gonna tell you my point of it. My point may not be with everybody's. Everybody may not experience everything that I did. But I'm finna get back telling you about some of the men's that I was around and some of the things that go down in there and some of the things that are very informative to you if you was to fall in that situation. So hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you know when my next video is coming out, man. So y'all get at the 411 Giant, man. I see people at the store, they come there and they talk to me and holler at me like, hey, what's up, man? Going on? And I appreciate that. I appreciate my family. I appreciate my YouTube family. But I'm Bamm did a whole lot of time. But you see me, shake my hand. If you want to take a picture, we take a picture and going on. I'm glad to have y'all. I don't know how y'all feel about having me, but I'm glad to have y'all. And I respect that. Appreciate you.